Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Web3 Business Show brought to you by Tokenmines. My name is Rob, and as usual, we are providing valuable content for you guys when it comes to inspiration and education on the entrepreneurial journey and how to be successful as a business or project in the Web3 space. Today, I have a very special guest, Victor from Evermoon, which is a Web3 based robo game. Welcome, Victor. Thank you for being here.
Yes. Hi guys. Great to being here and very honored for invitations me to be here today.
Let's jump right into your journey here, Victor. So, how did you guys get started this project? What inspired this project, and how did you transition from a normal job? I saw you were a managing director at a packaging firm, if I understand correctly, a few years
Yes,
ago. How did
correct.
you go into this journey to start this Web3 game?
Okay. Yes, sure. So at first, I have been working in the Best Polymer International, is that is like the company names, and also Nippon Packagings. Those two companies doing some things about the plastic polymers and the plastic pallets and wood plastic composites, and then about packagings. I mean, everything is about plastic, and yeah, I mean, I'm jumped into like the gaming industry space without zero knowledge. So my story begin with, at first I'm working into that jobs, right? To be honest, to like just for the money, like it is not like my passion at all. And then, during 2021, there are I mean, during that time it is bull market, and the one that drives the bull market, is the GameFi called Axie Infinities. Like I mean, everyone's gonna be recognized about it because this game is very famous in the industry. And then I have been building a guild over there, like with my brothers. My brothers is named Will. He's my real brothers, and he has experience for the smart contract developers in the Stangpro Central Exchange. Stangpro is the central exchange in Thailand, and yeah, so we building a guild together because I have experience about managing like the business, and my brothers have the experience about developing the blockchain and the smart contract. So we just coming to build a guild in the Axie Infinity together. And yeah, I'm also like has been like the ex mobile player esport in the games called Arena of Valor, which is 5 versus 5 children's mobile games. So yeah, I'm invited like of my friends that they coming like from the Arena of Valor games to play Axie Infinities for the money. Because when you play a normal games in your daily life, you doesn't earn any of the income. But if you play GameFi, you will earn some of the money from the games. So yeah, that is the first journey. And then the thing is, um, when we just getting a lot of the money from the Axie Infinity, right? All of my scholarships sell all the token that earned from the GameFi, like they sells like the SLP, they sell the AXS and turn into the fiat money, and then use those of the fiat money to top up in the Arena of Valor, which is like a 5 versus 5 Chilean mobile games. So that is like my concern. That is like my curious that if there are the arena of failures in the Web3 industry, like I mean, you play arena of failures and you can earn some of the money from this kind of the game. Why wouldn't you play? Because right now, like I mean, there are over 400 monthly active users playing this kind of the games, and each of them spends some money around 1.675 US dollar into it. Even they didn't earn any of the income from it, they're still playing it and they're still paying a lot of the money into those type of the game. So yeah, if there are this type of the game in the industry and you can earn some of the money while you're playing this kind of the game, why wouldn't people play? That is the first concept, first idea when why I jump off like from the old industry to be building the Evermoons.
Yeah, well, that is extremely an interesting journey. That you joined an Axie Infinity guild with your brother, your friends. But let's jump right into that, right? Because I think that's also one of the concerns that many maybe Web3 game developers have, right? Because Axie Infinity eventually kind of imploded, right? Because I guess their model wasn't really that well thought through. So how what kind of learnings did you get from them, and how are you going to solve those problems that you don't get this typical kind of play to earn problems like Axie Infinity?
Yes. So I would say that like the main problems of the play to earn games is the purpose, like and the objective. Like I mean when the people's coming to play Axie Infinities, why did they play the Axie Infinities? And the answer is they coming for money, right? I mean, it is just the money. Like you play Axie Infinity isn't normally when you play the games. The reason why you play games, it is fun. Like I mean, the games create your funds, and fun is the demand. So when it have a demand, you are willing to pay money on your demand. But for the Axie Infinities, like the people just coming for the money. So when the play people's coming to money and they have to spend on some things, like I mean, they have to spend the money to get more money. That is the bubbles and the balloons. So once the pool is off, everything will explode up immediately. So Evermoon focus on the games that the people that the earning mechanism is the gimmicks marketing to reward some of the money back to the players. But for the real thing is and the key thing is the games has to be very fun, and we have like the economy called seasonal NFTs. It is like when you're coming to play our games, right? You can mint every asset as the unlimited mint during the season, but once the season ends, everything will be limited supply. I give you an example. It's work like this. Like I mean, every project can do that. Like in the season one, we have like 5 heroes design. We have 10 skin design. During the season, you can mint as many as you want during the season, like as the pack price as a normal games, like just $5 to $10. And yeah, once the season end, like 45 days went off, um, in the season two, it comes up with the new design, and the old designs can only be traded in the marketplace. So in this case, I mean, the players can create like a value chain and can sell those of their assets in a higher price.
Okay, so you have this integrated kind of unique assets there, kind of collectibles in a way, right? As well. And I saw you guys are using Immutable, which is a layer two of Ethereum, right? What made you choose that
Yes.
particular blockchain solution? What has been your experiences so far developing on Immutable as a game?
Yes. So I would be honest, like for the immutable tech teams, they did very well. Like it means that tech is for real gaming. I mean there are many layer twos, many layer ones like in the industry. But I have been trying like several chain, but I just like would I'm going to mention like for the immutable. The most important thing is that they have the SDK integrations like for the immutable hashboard, and they also provide all of the problems that the game face like example like first thing they have the tech called immutable passport. Immutable passport allow you to sign in with Google like with Gmail, and then like it's with something similar like to custody wallets, but they call it as non-MPC wallet. And yeah, once you sign in with the Google, it will auto generate the wallet and then connect like that wallet like into the Gmail account. So I mean the private key it's held on their private server. So I mean when you want to confirm any transaction in the games, in the mobile, or even like on the browsers, or even like on the PC build, you can just like confirm it within the apps. You doesn't have to like play the games on the mobile, and when you want to claims or do any transaction, you have to open like the website to confirm the transaction. That is very weird. Like, but it is the old flow that everyone does. But right now they are developing the tech, so we have this kind of stuff. And the second thing is normally when the players coming to play the games, they doesn't even care like about the blockchain, or they doesn't even care like about the NFTs. They just care that about their money. So yeah, that is like the service provider like allow the massive adaptations like from the Web 2 players to becoming the Web 3 players, even they didn't know anything about the Web 3.
That's interesting. And from your experience, right? What is the percentage of gamers that will actually? Is it maybe also the knowing that they can convert it on chain? Maybe that's part of it, or do a lot of people actually convert their assets on chain? In your experience?
Yeah, like from my experience, Web 2 players like didn't know about anything like about the Web 3s, and they didn't want to know anything about the Web 3. So for the for the experience, like as the Web 2 users feedback, they say that it is amazing. But I have to say that like our game is just like for the closed beta. we didn't launch it like public like official launch yet. So I mean, we didn't have that much feedback like from the Web2 users. But we right now we have around 110,000 download like for the closed test, and just 20% of them are Web2 players. And yeah, because the current phase is that doesn't like the phase to focus the Web2 players. Our phase right now, like I mean, it is about the listing of the tokens about the TG. So we focus mainly like on the Web3 user first. So and yeah, those of the 20% of the Web2 users say that the experience is very great. They didn't even know that it is Web3 games.
Okay, so you mean most of the downloads you got? So you say you got 100 downloads, or how many?
110,000 downloads.
110,000. That's. I think that's a good number.
And it is a closed test. It doesn't even like it doesn't even be like the open test yet.
And you're saying 80% is actually part of your kind of your crypto community that you guys have
Correct.
for your sale.
Correct,
Okay.
because the people that can come into download our games, they have to fill up like the registration form. So I mean, it is like 100% purely organics from our communities.
And is that, or are those communities mainly like Thai speaking, or also kind of international crypto?
No, like as the audience, I forgot like the percentage. To be honest, I have to open it, but I would say roughly like number one is Philippines, number two is Indonesia, number three is India, number four is Vietnam, and number five is Thailand.
So is this that sounds also kind of, those countries are, I feel, also one of the main front runners for play to earn countries, right? Like
Yes, correct.
is that part of the reason of their interest in your project, because you are a play to earn project, and they want to participate in that? And is that, those people, are they, is that like airdrop based, or they are actually investors in your project with the tokens?
It's both have to type, but I would say mostly is the investor because we didn't launch any of the campaign that did and they get the airdrop yet. So I mean, those of the purely like organic communities, they just coming to try out the products and they want to see how it look like. So I would say they are investor more rather than like airdrop hunter, because the airdrop hunters gonna try it out our products if we have a task and give them some of the point or some of the reward for that.
But you, maybe that could also be in their mind that if they sign up and register for the app, they might
Yes,
participate in the airdrop,
yes,
right?
maybe,
That's
maybe, but I mean, our audience is the same as the mobile audience. Like I mean, if we going into the Web2 like and we going to search like for the Mobile Legends Bang Bang or Arena of Valor, which is like the same type of our games in the Web2 industry, their audience is also the same. Like I mean, number one's gonna be like Philippines, number two is gonna be Indonesia. So I mean, I
yeah.
think most of them coming for the type of the games. They didn't coming from the airdrop.
Well, that's interesting. So there's an overlap there, I guess, right, between people that typically play those games, and yeah, that's definitely very very interesting. Personally, I spend a lot of time in Asia as well, and I indeed see a lot of people playing these kind of games all of the time. So I can definitely tell the interest in that. So okay, so but 100,000 beta testers, right? So what is the next step for you guys right now?
Yes. So for the next step, like on the September, we're gonna launch the social file. So our social file will have like a unique selling point, our own unique selling point. Like I mean, you can just like use the point that you got directly claim the NFTs, and yeah, this phase we're going to airdrop like the Evermoon token. So I mean, for the tokens airdrop hunters, they can be paying for this, and it's gonna be like a mini casual game before our main games launch. Like I mean, there will be the games like Subway Surf, and you can go into grind for the point and collect the fragments to claim more points. And yeah, after that, around the end of this year, around November, we're gonna launch the Play to Airdrop campaign. Like for the mobile games, you can going to do the task in the games, have the parallel like things like doing in the games, doing the tasks and play the games, and you will also get the Evermoon tokens airdrop. And lastly, after we done two of this campaign, we're planning to TGE because our games will be ready to create revenue. I mean, the official launch gonna be in Q1 this year. So we're planning to at least like TGE the tokens before the game official launch around 1 month. So that is like our current upcoming plans.
Okay, okay, that sounds exciting. And so you mentioned, so you call it social fi. Why do you categorize that as social fi? This function.
Okay, so I will be honest, right? Like we have short term. Our projects like have two main objectives. First thing is the short term objective, and the second thing is the long term objective. So for the short term objectives, we want our investor to be to exit like the liquidities. So the way that they can get the ROI and exit the liquidity is that we have to list on the good exchange. Yeah, right. So yeah, that is like for the first short-term objective. So that's why we're going to launch like social file, because social file is something that can gains a lot of the tractions and gain a lot of the users. Doing a lot of the great marketing campaign during the social file, we can going to collaborate like with many of the partners to gain like the on-chain data and to gain like the traction. So that is like our first short-term objective, because Central Exchange mostly is looking for like the huge traction, like they want to see like a huge number, like you have like over 1 million unique active wallets, you have over 10 million unique active wallets per month, something like that. And yeah, that is for the short-term objective. But for like the long-term objective, we want to like run the games. People will spend the money on the games, and that's gonna be like a buying pressures like for the Evermoon tokens, because we integrate like the fiat on ramp payment like transact. So yeah, the price of the tokens will be based on like the revenue of the company. So yeah, that is like both short term and for the long term. So short terms exit the liquidities like for the for our investor to get the ROI, and for the long terms it's gonna be like create a real business that is gonna be sustained and long term and can really create a revenue that cover the cost and expense in our company.
Yeah, you sound like a true strategist in that sense, a strategy gamer almost.
Yeah,
If I
like
may, this. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
we have to be real. Like I have been done this so far like around almost 3 years already, and yeah, everything is solid. We are not here to scam. We are creating a real business because I'm based like from the real business entrepreneur. Like I didn't being like just like enter the crypto space and trying to scam anyone.
yeah, indeed. You guys are already working on this for several years. How many guys are you, by the way? And you mentioned before you're developing this on Unity, right? Like, what is the current kind of composition of your team when it comes to game
Um,
development, design, and stuff?
yes, we have 17 people in our teams, and we have 3 founders.
And how are you guys funded so far?
The burn rate, right?
No, like for how did you get your seed funding for this venture?
Okay, so um, okay, like it's all story like about the fundraisings, right? The seed, the private, and the strategic round that we raised the money from, right?
Yeah, what the rounds did you do so far?
Okay. So we have been done the seed and the private, and right now we are starting at the strategic, and we already like built a half of it like after we open it for 1 week. So firstly, like for the seeds round, we raised around like 400K at the 6 million valuations. So for the seed, we lucky, like, to be honest, like because back we start like around 20 at around like 2021 around December we start Evermoon, and we raised the first fund around 300K um, on the seed around March or April, like on the 2022, I forgot, like it's gonna be like around May or March or April, something around there, like 2022. We luckily like get the first funding 300K from the Malaysia investor, because at that times we didn't have anything. We have only like the concept, and we have only the ideas. And then I pitched like to the several investors. Like I pitched over like 30 investors, but there are only one that invests in us, and the ticket size is huge. Like they invest around 300K US dollars. So yeah, it's very lucky because they invest in us. Even we didn't have anything. Like we just have like a very bad demo, and we have like just a paper, and we have just like a deck, but he still invests because he just trusts in us. So yeah, the first funding we lucky that get the funding because he just trusts in us and he just the guys that like the mobile games and that's it and he just invested. So the first fund I would say we were lucky. And on the 2023, for the first funding around another 300k in the private round, um, yeah, at the early year, like around the January and the February, like I mean, the market doesn't recover yet, and we get the fund. We also lucky that get the funding because yeah, events we have more things to pitch. I mean, we have a better demo and we have like a better partners. But during that time, I mean, the game fight is crashed already, like because the Luna crashed, the FTX crashed, everything is crashed, and yeah, it is very bearish, I would say. But the thing is, yeah, there are also like a one investor that they trust in us. They are the DAO communities, and they trust that. I mean, this gonna make it, and yeah, they just invest in us. So yeah, I would say we also lucky. I mean, we pitched like over 100 investors or even like 200 investors already. But I mean, this guy trusts us. So I would say, yeah, the first second years that I ran the company, we are very lucky that there are still like investor that trust in our projects. But yeah, for I mean, at the end of the 23, we have a full demo. Sorry, the full beta version that is look very clean and it's look very nice and it's everything. The graphics look very great. So yeah, I mean, it is very easy like to raise funding. Yeah, we raised as the 8 million valuations, and yeah, we closed like almost 2 million US dollars like in just couple of months. I mean, just 1 month or 2 months something. And yeah, then right now we just recently started like a strategic round around last just last week. And yeah, right now we have like a contract of the central exchange that we are going to list with. We have a lot of the partners that they have a lot of the connections and credibility. So I mean, yeah, it's very easily like to raise currently. So it depends on the stage of the projects. Like I mean, at first is have to use like a luck and the effort, like to contact to all investors that you know in your life. Um, so yeah, it's have to put a lot of the effort, and I mean that is also include the luck because if you met the wrong person, they're not gonna invest and they're gonna like trying to blame you a lot that your project isn't good. Like I mean, they didn't even care like about yourself. You have to put a lot of effort like to the project. You have to trust like in your business. Because like every someone's gonna say that if they trust in you, they would say that you're gonna make it. But someone they will say that you're not gonna make it and you will going to the wrong position. Like if you trust if you didn't like have a strong direction by yourself.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But it also sounds like you guys, the three of you, three founders, right, really worked hard on this as well. It's not just luck, but you really did the work, right? So the first two investors, they were more like angel investors, right? Instead of like
Yes,
VCs.
they are. They are the angels, I would say.
Right. Okay. And everybody in your team is all in Bangkok, right? Or are you also hiring outside of Bangkok?
Right now we only have like the people inside the Bangkok, like I mean for the game development side and the I mean for the game development side is all like in the Bangkok because right now like because to be honest like we are the lowest country, so when we are hiring people we can hire at a very low cost to decrease like our burn rate. But for like I mean just like the community managers, we also hiring like from the another country, like we have some from the Bangladesh, from the Indonesia, from the China, from the yeah several of the yeah from of the countries.
Okay. Okay. Very interesting. Almost running at the end for this particular episode, but so I understood from what you're just saying, right? Your one of your main focus is your central exchange listing. So you're making sure now that all the the numbers are conform with their needs. Are you then talking about specifically like a tier one listing, or will you do like a tier two listing first, or what is your strategy there?
I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say it like I mean for the tier of the exchange is depending on your visions, right? But for my visions, tier one's gonna be just like Binance, Upbit, Coinbase. In my opinions, like that is like tier one because tier ones mean there are a huge like volume trading over there and it is very hard to list. But tier 1.5 for me it is like OKX Bybit. But for tier two is like Bitget, Gate, Maxi, something like that. So I would say right now, all of the centralized exchange, we have confirmed over 6 exchange already, and all of them are tier 2.
Okay, okay, understood. Yeah, so that's
Like
your
for the
first.
outbanks or some of the xt.com, I'm gonna like count them as the tier 3 or tier 4.
Yeah, yeah, understood. Okay, that's good. Well, excellent. Well, so thank you so much, Victor. I'm asking you. I will ask you the last question, which I asked to all of our guests here. What would be your? You've been doing this for over 2 years right now, making great progress. Do you have any particular tips or advice for similar, project founders or even existing project in the space, to be successful? What would be your recommendations?
Yes. So I would say that trying to have like your own directions. Like I mean, you have to still like monitoring like your competitors like every days, and you have to find like your own unique selling point. Like I mean, yeah, you have to like target like for just 2 terms. Like I mean, you have to have like a short-term goals and a long-term goals. Like I mean, for the short term, you have to raise the money. You have to do everything that is increase the chance like for you to raise the money, because sometimes something that you didn't want to do but VC want to see. But yeah, for the long term goal, I mean, everyone wants to create like a real success business that can really generate like a ton of the revenues that covers all the cost and expense. So I mean, that is for the long term goal. Maybe we have to focus like for the short term goal first before going for the long term goal.
Right, right, yeah, yeah. Be strategic about it as well. Well, thank you so much, Victor. Really appreciate the conversation. Maybe we'll have you on next time, or meet you in DEF CON in Bangkok. Thanks
Yes.
everybody for watching and listening, and see you next time.